We go. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. Okay, we are frantically getting the rest of our stuff ready to get to Tennessee. I want to make sure I take everything that I was told to take. The Lord's communicated some very clear things to me, like He did Chinati. In Chinati, I knew very clearly what to take. Take your whole LZ, take your wind blades, obviously your parachute and your flight suit, all the stuff for jumping. Um, this is a lot like that, but the message has been overwhelming, just miraculously follow me again. I think 7 or 8 times now, a miracle that would involve follow me. Okay. I want to show you something that happened at 5:20 a.m. just to show it to you. This is the way my life is. This is the way things happen sometimes. I want to share with you something very unique that happened. So then I'm going to show you how Barack Obama is telling everybody, yes, aliens are real, and now they're starting to leak the alien commingling to the general public. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, just go on YouTube, go on other platforms. It's like they're systematically starting to leak that the human race may have been interbred, and that's coming out. I'm going to show you some clips right now, but okay, let me just stay with one thing at a time. Let me show you the crazy thing that happened this morning at 5:20 a.m. So I woke up and I sat on the edge of my bed. And as soon as I sat on the edge of my bed, I heard the Lord say, pay attention now. And I'm just kind of, it's 5:20 a.m. I'm like, huh? Pay attention to what? And my computer light just went blink. I have several laptops here, and a laptop that was over by my bed that I thought was actually off just went blink. And let me show you what was on it. Let me just show you what was on it. I sent the pictures to myself, and I'm going to populate a folder with them actually. Hang on one second. I want to see something that you cannot fake, you cannot manipulate. You want to see something really crazy? Okay. So I woke up at 5:50 and I heard the Lord say, pay attention, like pay attention now. And I was just like awake at 5:20, and I'm like, what? And the screen went bloop on my computer. And then I heard the Lord say, document the time, document the time. And so I was like, where's my phone? So I grab my phone, I turn on the camera, I hold it up, and I take a picture of my computer screen. Let me show you that. So I'm going to add this and this and this to the new folder right now. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to start the upload. I'm going to let you watch everything. I'm going to upload those pictures to the folder right now. So it's working on the upload, 1 of 3 files right here. So these files are uploading to Special Projects 2, the Follow Me. See the Tennessee Gathering, Follow Me right here. Okay, so let me show you what just happened. Well, it happened this morning, but I'm loading it up right now. Okay, now watch this. Okay, I'm going to go to the folder right here, and then I'm going to go to Open in Gallery. Now watch this. I'm going to show you something. Let's see, let's move. Okay, so this is when we started the folder. These are the first couple pictures right here. I'm going to scroll up. So right here, these are QR codes that are for the sites, where the get together is. These are on the poster, these QR codes. But you see this right here? The Lord had me use that for a video thumbnail. Let me show you what He had me use it for. And I thought it was very interesting. Here it is right here. The number of impossibilities has really got my attention. Something is afoot. So I want you to look at the image. You see right there, watch the thumbnail. You see that image? It's a guy. He's jumping from one world to another. See him making the leap? Yeah, it's kind of an interesting picture, but on that particular video, I remember I was like, what are we doing for a thumbnail? And the Lord led me to that picture, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's like jumping from one world to another. Anyway, so watch this. You want to see crazy? I was like, okay. So then this morning I woke up at 5:20 and I heard the Lord tell me, pay attention. I'm sorry, 5:50. And I heard the Lord say, pay attention. And I didn't know what it was. And then the light blinked on the computer, photographed the time. So I'm going to get my phone and show it to you. I want you to see it all on my phone. It's so crazy. It's like, what? Here you go. Hang on one sec. Let me open pictures. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Where the heck? Okay. Here we go. Okay, so let's see if that'll. There it is. Okay, there it is on my phone. It's 5:50, and then I snapped another picture immediately after it, and it's 5:51. So, but I got the first shot off at 5:50. 5:50. But it was really kind of fuzzy. I couldn't really tell what I was looking at. So let me show you. I was just kind of like, wow, but it looks like it's a giant rock cliff with water going between the other cliff. But look at what's on the other side. You see that? The big mansion? There's like this big castle on the other side. And I heard, I will get you to the other side. I'm giving you a testimony. I was like, okay, I've been waiting since 2001 since I walked through that door. 2002, I think, 2002. When I walked through that door, like I knew the Lord was coming. He's been instructing me the whole time. So if you wake up and you're me and you see or hear the Lord say, pay attention, and you see that, and then I heard the Lord say, look up 5:50 in the Bible. And so I was like, okay. 5:50 in the Bible means to be trustworthy, to be faithful. See right here? Definition, faithful. To be trustworthy, and to be faithful. It's the name Ammon. And so I was like, okay, that's interesting. So I looked at it, I read about it, guard the heart, act justly, faithfulness, and trustworthiness. Okay, so right here, again, the definition. Okay, so I'm sitting there at 5:50 in the morning going, okay, that's kind of wild. And I hear, look up 5:50 in the Bible, faithfulness, trustworthiness. And I'm like, I know you are, but sometimes, even with what I do, sometimes I feel like I fall short. Do y'all ever feel like that? Like sometimes I feel like I maybe didn't get, almost like getting ready for this get together. Is there something else I should have done or should be bringing or, kind of like that. Anyway, so I said, Lord, I know you're faithful. I'm trying to be the best I can. I'm trying to do exactly what I hear you telling me to do. And so I documented it at 5:50 in the morning. There it is. Okay, now watch this. You want to see crazy? I I walked over to Corey and here we go. Let me go back to the folder. And I said, this is what the Lord showed me. And the Lord told me, open this book on the counter. Just open it up. I want to show you what was highlighted. It says devoted, dedicated, committed, fast, steadfast, constant, faithful, tried and true. And what was written on the page was told the world about Christ and about what you showed me. See, it's written on the page. And I remember a long time ago, I said, Lord, have I been faithful to tell the world about you? what you've showed me. And he told me a long time ago, open that book right there. And I opened it. It said faithful, trustworthy. That was his answer to me probably years ago. If you wake up at 5:50 in the morning looking at two cliffs, and you know what? Let me put the 551 picture in there so you can see how it looks. I'm gonna add those photos to the folder, but remember the folder or the photo I showed you from earlier this month, that photo? Okay, watch this. I want to show you something. I mean, this is just mind-boggling to me. Ready? Watch this. Okay, so start upload. Okay, that's in the folder now. Again, let me go back to the folder so you remember. So I showed you, so let's go to the folder. Here we go. So at the beginning of the month, when we're talking about the get together starting, here's all the poster, here's the directions from above, here's the QR codes, and here's the thumbnail that I used for this video. The number of impossibilities has really got my attention. Something is afoot. So you see that thumbnail, the guy jumping from dimension to dimension? Okay, watch this. I'm right here. I put another one right down here, and I'm just going to put it right here. I'm going to put 550 there and 551 there. And then I'm going to save the settings. I'm going to go to properties. I'm going to open up the folder, open the gallery. And now I want to share something with you that's absolutely nuts. And then we're going to go to Alex Jones and what Obama's saying and stuff. Okay, so again, I woke up at 5:50. Jonathan, pay attention. Photograph the screen what time it is. It's 5:50. There's the photograph to prove it. Then the Lord says, look up 5:50 in the Bible. It means faithful and steadfast. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. Well, I think you're talking about you. I'm just being honest. And then he tells me when I see Corey earlier or a little later in the day, he tells me to open this book on the counter, and this is what was circled. It was already boxed in. Devoted, dedicated, committed, fast, steadfast, faithful. The same exact word as 550 in the Bible. But again, this is what was written. Told the world about Christ. Did I do what you wanted? And that his answer was faithful and steadfast. Okay, now again, check it out. 550. Look at this rock shelf right here. And there's a mansion or a castle on the other side. Here's 551. So you can see it. It's much clearer. See that? I heard the Lord at 5:50 in the morning say, trust me, I'm going to get you to the other side. I'm giving a 100% truthful testimony. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I heard you just say you're going to get us to the other side. And I'm thinking, wow, look at that. I'll get you to the other side. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go to prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would tell you. And so it's interesting that he shows me this, shows me 550 means faithful. He shows me that when I open a book, it says steadfast and faithful. What I heard him say was, I'll get you across to the other side. And then he had me look up in my folder already when we started this thing. And it's a guy jumping across a big rock shelf to another rock shelf, going from one world to another world. Now, when I sat down to do this video just a few minutes ago, the computer that I'm using right here, do y'all have like a normal screensaver? I usually have screensavers that stay the same on some computers. Every now and then one will change, but the Lord's used that to get my attention before. Ready? I sat down to do this video right now. When I sat down to do it, this screen changed. Like what happened at 5:50 in the morning. And I heard the Lord say, take a picture of your screen. Pay attention. I'm just telling you, this is what happened. Watch this. I photographed it.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's all right, sir. You don't have to understand. So here's what it changed to. And you can see this is on my phone. It says today 2:38. Let's see. Today 2:38. And that's what my computer changed to. Now this computer, the screen stays the same all the time. And it turned to that. I'm like, that's what happened at 5:50 on that computer. I was like, and now I heard the Lord say, pay attention. Photograph it. Okay. Sorry, my brain is like. Then I hear look up 2:38 in the Bible. I was like, what? Look up 2:38 in the Bible, Jonathan. I'm going to add that to the folder now. So let me just show you that one more time. I'm going to do this for my own brain. Okay, so to sit down to do this video and my screen changes to that after having the 5:50 faithful servant, and then sorry, my brain's like freezing. Sorry, guys. Let me go back to this. Faithful 5:50. There it is. 5:50. Faithful. And then I'm sorry. Then it matches the thumbnail jumping from rock to rock, from kingdom to kingdom. And I heard the Lord say, I'll get you there. I'll get you. I will get you across to the other side. I heard that at 5:50 this morning. And I was just like, okay, that is wild. Okay, now check this out. Sitting down to do this one now, I look up and my screen changes to that. And the Lord says, pay attention again. And I'm hearing the Lord like, you need to really be listening, pay attention. Now, this is the same way I ended up in Chinati, guys. The Lord said, pay attention, go into that place with the two wind blades. I had to walk into some building. I had no idea what it was. Go in the building with the two wind blades. I was like, okay. And that was an art gallery that specialized in paintings that are where Chinati is in Big Bend. I mean, come on. You can't even think that up. And the main painting was Searching for Greener Pastures by Melvin Warren. And it was a shepherd leading sheep in the desert in Chinati for all practical purposes, because Big Bend is in Chinati is in Big Bend. So if it's in Big Bend, it's all the same area. Okay, now that was what he did to get me to go to Chinati. Now all this stuff has happened again and again and again and again. Follow me, follow me, follow me, all supernatural. Even the song I wrote was on a birthday card that said, follow me, I will make you fishers of men. I mean, it's been one crazy thing after another, but now this, I was like, okay, what's 2:38? What's 2:38 in the Bible? To give, perceive by the ear, hearken, listen, pay attention. Oh my gosh. Give ear, listen, hear, give heed, listen, pay attention. To broaden the ear with the hand, by implication, listen. Give heed, be listening. Okay, I'm legitimately on the edge of my seat. Like, listen. I'm like, listening, I'm listening. I don't know what to say except, man, this is wild. This is really wild. This is wild. Very edgy. I have got so much stuff against the wall over there to pack up and get to this Tennessee thing. Y'all would not believe the volume of work that I have in front of me. It's insane. And the Lord told me I had to bring the light boards that are no longer there. They're over there. They're coming to you guys. He wants y'all to draw in the shadow of adumbration. He wants you to do it. I've already done it. That's the gift he gave me. That's the gift he gave me that shows a confirming witness to the Bible. How would anybody know that the Vatican is a damn snake without someone coming in from an aerial view, hitting it at the right angle, and then being able to see and perceive what it is, and then draw it in for you? I mean, that's the shadow of adumbration. How would anyone know that the mouth of the snake was the female reproductive system and it's eating angels? How would anybody possibly even come to that conclusion? Well, the Lord told me, Jonathan, find that window inside the Vatican. And I called Dave and I said, man, I need help. Dave found me a virtual tour, found the window, and guess what? Turned into a bunch of angels turning into a big dead sheep. Wow, how did the angels get slaughtered? Going into her system, the mouth of the serpent, her system, female. That's how. Okay, now it's been solved. But now, hearing the Lord tell me, do this and do this and do this, and listen and be ready, I'm like, I'll get you from this side to the other side. I'm just, I'm just I don't know what to say, man. It's overwhelming. So, here's the other thing. I know some people are looking for rides and people to give rides to. If you guys want to leave a comment in the comment section, but here's the thing. There's a list of people that we have that are, no-go people that are not going to be allowed into this thing. And some people that are actual criminals, the one that kidnapped Richard Montbleu. Yeah, well, he's got a special place in a certain kingdom that's not up. Guaranteed. But y'all need to be careful if you're getting a ride with someone. You need to get their phone number, give it to a family member, pass it around, make sure everybody knows who you're with, and where you're going, where you'll be, what time. Be in touch, cross your T's, dot your I's. Okay, now, I love you guys. I'm overloaded. I'm freaking out, man. I'll get you to the other side, guaranteed. Now, here's another thing. I was like, Lord, of course I believe the rapture is here any moment. Do I believe it's during my get together? Maybe. The odds are probably really small, but maybe not, because I'm the guy that the Lord used to solve the mystery. I mean, the whole mystery of the Bible, the unrolled scroll, Jesus unrolled the scroll and allowed me to understand it to the point that's frightening. And so is it possible? Well, I've seen a baptism take place in Grand Junction when a bunch of people were saying, Johnny, would you baptize me? I'm like, guys, I'm not set up for it. And so the Lord brings a cloud over the backyard and rains on everybody. And it's not even raining on the street in front of the same house. So I have seen that. And I have seen being in Grand Junction, and the Lord told me, I'll show you exactly where you're going to jump. And he told me exactly where to put my LZ. And the canyon, he told me to bury the leading edge because he knew he was going to flood the canyon and make half the LZ perfectly dirty, the other half perfectly clean with a clear running stream on the other half. He was going to have me go back to my room and open up the Bible, and it was going to be Isaiah. I will make streams in the desert, water out of dry ground. And he made a stream in the desert right before my jump. I mean, that's insane. He gave me 2 houses of the same rock. My building that I was in, which is a little cabin, which is only for one person, was split in half, made up of rocks, round river stones. It was picked up off the ground, put together, and then set back down on a rock foundation. Do y'all know how crazy that is? He made sure I had a Royal Enfield motorcycle in Chinati. Do you know how crazy that is? Okay. It's like, it's impossible, all of it. Okay, and I'm freaking out because the Lord's telling me I'll get you from one side to the other. Pay attention. Okay. He's got my undivided attention. Okay, I'm passing it on to you guys. I don't know if anything's going to happen. I don't know if, I know that we might go through a debris field on 3i Atlas on my birthday. I've heard that and some other stuff, but I don't know. I know I'm going to get to fellowship with my brothers and sisters in Christ. So the Lord told me no matter what, you got to check the box that you followed me and you stepped out in faith. Here's another thing. For those of y'all that can't make it, it doesn't matter. If your heart's in it, the Lord knows your heart. You don't have to prove anything by being there. Okay, I just want you to know that. Because some people, oh, if something happens, I won't go. That's not the way it is. Not at all. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited to see a bunch of you guys. And for those of y'all that can't make it, don't worry about it, guys. No worries. The Lord's going to grab who he's going to grab, when he's going to grab it. It's all up to him. Timing's all his. Nobody knows the hour of the day. I know there was some false prophet hunters that were saying, it was that I didn't know what I was talking about, that the rapture was going to happen March 2nd and 3rd. And I asked those people that did those channels, I said, okay, so when it doesn't happen March 2nd and 3rd, are you going to be noble and go on and say, obviously you weren't hearing from the Lord? Because they were throwing dirt at me, but they're saying the rapture is the 2nd and 3rd of March during the blood moon, the hidden bride, but y'all were wrong. And I told everybody, the Bible is never wrong. Nobody knows the hour of the day. Not the Son, not the angels, only the Father knows. But then they throw dirt at me and they know the day of the rapture. Okay. Anyway, so like I said, I don't know if anything's going to happen, but I can tell you, I just shared with you the facts that happened to me at 5:50 a.m. and at 2:38 p.m. and what the Lord told me to do. And I've seen so many miracles. It is mind-boggling that the Lord has allowed me to share with you miracle after miracle. Did you know that the gift of working in miracles is one of the spiritual gifts? Did y'all know that? Let me show it to you. Then I'll show you the alien for you guys. I'm going to take you to 1 Corinthians to show you that working in miracles is one of the spiritual gifts, which apparently is turned into probably my number one spiritual gift now, because I work in miracles way more than I lay hands on people, even though I've laid hands on quite a few people at this point who have gotten over incurable issues, cancer, blindness. Anyway, yeah, but the miracle thing is off the charts now. It's just impossible. But let me show you this in Isaiah real quick. So when Isaiah went out for the Lord, he said, go and tell these people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed, but perceive not. I'm going to stop for a second right there. Have you guys noticed you can show the bombings of all the buildings in the United States printed on your own currency in your own wallet, and it doesn't seem to sink in. It's like, what is wrong with you? Are you a zombie? I mean, I can show someone the Vatican, they're like, so what? What do you mean, so what? The largest church in the world that claims to be Christian is really the enemy of God, the serpent, the enemy of God's children. That's a problem. Well, they're standing and they're singing to Lucifer, dawning his own creation. That's not a problem. Isn't it weird how the whole world doesn't care and they can't perceive it? Well, we were told, Jesus told us all about it in Matthew 13. He quoted the prophecy of Isaiah right here. Look, he said, go tell these people, hear ye indeed and understand not. Let's look at the word understand. To separate mentally. Oh, that's because there's two things. There's angelic and demonic, or distinguish. Okay, to know, to have intelligence. Understand not, and say ye indeed, see but perceive not. And the word is yada, to know, literally to recognize, to observe, to see and ascertain. Make the heart of this people fat and their eyes heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and they understand with their heart. Look what it means. Courage in the midst of you. And they understand with their hearts and convert. Look at this. Convert. Turn back. Turn back. To turn back and be healed. Ready? To make whole. Whole. There it is, right here, to make whole. Because you're a superhuman angel demon all the way through the Bible. That's why Christ came to die in the middle of two different thieves, Justmus and Decimus. The place in the middle is what fixes you. Okay, now ready? Here we go. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 12, spiritual gifts. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man which profit withal. For to one is given the Spirit of the word of wisdom. Now, he's given me that on steroids. Uh, just the Vatican's a snake. The snake's eating a bunch of angels. It's a female entity. So the Spirit of wisdom, the word of wisdom, and another, the word of knowledge. That as well, the key of knowledge. And by the same Spirit, to another is given faith. That's what all these trips are, whether or not it's Chinati or Black Rock or going to Tennessee or jumping into the desert. And another, the Spirit, the gifts of healing, which He's done many people. He's let me participate. And another, the working of miracles, force, literally or figuratively, specifically, miraculous power. Um, a good example of that was when the Lord told me, I want you to get Corey and get in the car. I'm going to drive you somewhere. I didn't even know what that meant. I was looking at the sky going, you're going to drive us somewhere. How's that work? Just start driving. And I just started driving and Corey and I were talking. Next thing we dead end into a cemetery where you have to go right or left. If you go left, it's west, and everybody's head was facing west. All the gravestones you could read facing west, where the sun goes down. The Lord told me, look at the direction. It was west. And then I walked back the other way, and you could see one headstone. It said Gallagher, and it was facing east, the source of life, east, where the sun comes up. And the Lord told me, look up the name Gallagher, descendant of a foreign helper. I'm a descendant of a foreign helper from heaven. I'm a foreigner here. I'm a stranger, and a foreign helper came in to save me so I can go back to the source of life. You get it? Okay, those are insane miracles. Well, they just keep happening. They're just, and I'm like, okay, calm down. So, anyway, I wanted to share it with you. I want you to know we are diligently getting ready. And I mean, now here's another thing. Please, guys, please. So as I was going through all these photos for, the slideshow, I recognized a bunch of y'all in y'all's faces, but a bunch of you, I'm like, oh, I remember. Now here's the thing. Y'all have to remember a couple names. Johnny, Dave, Eric, Susie, maybe, Zach, Corey. Really, Johnny, Zach, and Corey. Okay, when y'all see us, because we're going to all be there. Don't say, hey, remember me? Please just introduce yourself and say, hey, it's so and so, because the amount of data that's had to go through between my years and Zach's years and Corey, what we do on a daily basis, is like a computer from 2001 that's run out of RAM. You know what I mean? There's just not enough memory. so so anyway, yeah, when we see you, just you're gonna have a name tag. Everyone gets a name tag. Just introduce yourself, but please don't do a setup. Oh, remember when I did this or that? Please, I'm asking you, please, because I'll have to say no. I honestly, there's too much stuff that's gone through my head. It's like I can't remember what day I'm on. Okay, all right. Let's see what else. That's it, man. We're getting ready. Crazy miracle stuff, huh? Oh, Alex Jones. Sorry. Yep. Ready? Watch this. So they're leaking it. They're really leaking it. Watch Benny Johnson's channel, but I'm just going to put this kind of on high speed for a second. Wow. Now, obviously, that was just those guys making a little AI thing, kind of throwing Obama under the bus. I'm going to pause it for a sec. Do you know why? They're starting to leak that we've been bred with an alien race. What has Jonathan Kleck been telling you since the very beginning of his ministry? The Lord had me draw on a hieroglyph where there's a female being impregnated by an alien race. It's the serpent race. I showed it to everybody. Why are there statues in downtown Grand Junction of a girl hugging a guy, and it's really a serpent killing a sheep?
I want to get your instinct on this because you're never wrong on this kind of stuff.
Killing a sheep?
It didn't seem like it was right on cue.
Come up to me and say, "Hey, Johnny, I drew a
like
picture
as though
of you."
You ring the bell, and it's like, okay, give him the Bohemian Grove list. All right, give him the aliens.
Not twice, 3 times.
Give him the war with Iran.
And
let's kind of get this stuff out. Let's just get everything out of the way.
Hey, why?
But it's the alien thing that seems so
why'd you put a dead sheep on my
coordinated. And I'm not, listen, don't get me wrong. I've spoken with a lot of people in Congress, in the skiffs. Some of these people are some of my best friends, right? Angelina Luna, she lives down the street from me here in Florida. You've got Nancy Mace, you've got Lauren Boebert, you've got Matt Gaetz. When he was in Congress, he saw a lot of stuff, Tim Burchett. These are dear friends of the show, people that I really respect and really love. And they tell me that it would change our opinion of time and space and our position in the universe as it relates to our Christian God and to our Creator. If we saw what they saw inside.
What's on the $100 bill? A nuclear detonation knocking out buildings in New York, a devouring wind. Out of the sea shall come fire and smoke and a devouring wind. Oh, it's on our $100 bill. That's cool. Well, the Twin Towers was on our old 20. The federal building bombing was on our other 20. Wow, the Pentagon was on the 20. I mean, no big deal. We have dams breaking. We have tidal waves. We have nuclear bombs going off, all printed on our money. No big deal. And now they're coming out saying, "Oh, listen, we've been bred with aliens." You know what's coming now, don't you? I do.
Out of their classified skiffs. If we saw what the federal government has on UFO and aliens, so I'm not trying to totally discount it. What I want to know from you, Alex, is as you watched Barack Obama do his whole like right on cue. Oh, yep, there's aliens, and let me tell you where they're not. Let me tell you where they're not being held. And then like he obviously got the call and he had to walk it all back, in an Instagram post. But everyone knows what he was doing. Trump says he shared classified information. He shouldn't have done that. And then Trump says on the plane, well, maybe I could get him out of trouble by just declassifying everything. Is this Is this just like the buffet of the most transparency we've ever seen, or is this an op to distract us?
Interesting.
What exists actually inside these UFO
files? This is what's coming out right now.
Well, I can talk for 100 years on what you said. First, I said I don't have all the answers, but I have a wide spectrum analysis of all this. I can tell you the methodologies of the things these different groups use. I know the different factions of what's going on. So let's just say this. No one is more brainwashed than people in U.S. intelligence. There's more disinformation in intelligence briefings and files that presidents are given. Remember Harry Reid famously saying, oh, we'll just give Trump fake briefings. And now we learned John Bolton gave him fake briefings.
To get graphene in you.
So what they're showing, Anna Paulina Luna, and Boebert, and all of these people in there is what the intelligence agencies want them to see. With all the AI video and all the stuff they've got.
I love you guys. And from all the experts I've talked to, a lot going on.
Most of what you're seeing in front of Congress is known disinformation operatives in those hearings, in those things. And they're leading everybody away from the fact that most of this is human technology. About 80% is human, according to the people that have been proven in insiders. But there is a 20% or so that is not of this world. And it's in the Bible, it's in all the other ancient texts, it's in paintings, from the Dark Ages, and flying saucers above Rome, with the portals. I mean, so before humans had this was going on.
I know he got Moses.
And there's interstellar third-dimensional visitors.
I know
Christ said I have many flocks, not just here in this world.
Jacob,
and you got the fallen ones that are marooned here on the earth. Read the Old Testament. Ezekiel sees giant spinning wheels and a floating platform comes out in the Hebrew and Arabic. It says he has a blue crystal bubble over his head.
Get it? The younger twin had to make peace with the elder twin by tearing down the middle wall of partition, the Peniel. Oh, wow. That's where Peniel. You know what Peniel means? Face of God. You know there's a middle wall of partition in you, right? One good, one evil. Anyway, it's all coming out now. This is so fascinating, guys. Okay, anyway. Now, here's another thing. For those of y'all that have been at other get-togethers, if you, when y'all are there, come see me. Some of y'all that, I could really use some help. We're gonna need people that are helping people. Everyone's gonna have to sign a waiver to come in. If you don't sign a waiver, you can't come in. Everyone that comes in, you'll have a waiver on file. You're just waiving rights to come on the property. Just a very standard, super easy, about 2-minute read. It's not long. It's just one page. That's it. But we got to have it. It's part of the protocol. And we will have people there that are, police, actual police. So just be advised. Okay. I love you guys in Christ. Wow. I'm just wow. Okay. I don't have my bear here. Bear hug from Johnny. I love you guys. Keep going. Keep going, guys. All right. Here we go.